Welcome to Direcast, broadcasting live from a snow globe where we have been trapped for our crimes against humour. Here at Direcast, our group of 6 special winter snowflakes play different RPGs, bringing you a new game and system every few weeks. This week, we're continuing our game of The Fight Before Christmas, joining back in with our quest to whoop Santa's arse. My name's Luki, and this week's question is, what is your favourite winter holiday song? And mine is, of course, Walking in a Winter Wonderland.
Mine...
Who are you?
Hello. I know who I am.
Get out of my fridge.
Hello, I'm Matt.
Hello.
And my favourite Christmas song, no competition, I bloody love Fairy Tale in New York. That's one of my favourite
of course.
songs of all time. My personal opinion is that is a novel in 3.5 minutes. There's a lot in that song.
Hi, I'm Jacob, and my favourite winter holiday song, I have set myself up for a fall with this question, because I have so bloody many, but I'm going to settle for In the Bleak Midwinter, specifically the version arranged by Howard Dark. I sang it one year with my choir, with my my a cappella group, in 8-part harmony, and it was gorgeous.
Hi, I'm Helen. And
you remember me from...
Hi.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Helen, and my favourite festive winter period song is Stop the Cavalry.
Good choice.
Good song. Just makes you want to get up and dance and also hate all warfare.
You do know it's ba 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 da ba ba.
I didn't know it had a name.
No, everybody refers to it as the ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Oh yeah, that one. Oh, good, we get cool. Hello, my name is Peter, and my favourite Christmas snow song, not snow song, that sounds quite weird, but I'm going to keep with it. I'm going to go with White song. Winter Himmel, specifically done by Pentatonics.
Oh, yes.
I don't like a lot of Christmas music or Christmas cheese, but this one is... It's just on that axis of a depressing carol and actually kind of upbeat. So I suppose I think that's the best.
Hi, I'm... Oh god, I'm so
Hi.
Sorry.
What happened?
I don't...
Asleep halfway through saying hello.
I think it's basically... Hi, I'm H, and my favourite Christmas song is... Oh, I don't like this question. I was made to play way too many of them as a kid. Probably Carol of the Bells, because it's different and it's not endlessly cheery or that much about religion. Is it? At least I don't remember the lyrics, so that counts. So
No.
yeah, it's just spooky.
Not particularly religious.
No, I just like spooky.
If we're doing this, I'd like to throw an honorary shout out to God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, just because it's the most Victorian
Yes,
thing.
that's very satisfying to
like-
sing, I've got to say. And the Holly and the Ivy is also quite satisfying to sing.
Hole in the Ivy is very good.
Have you ever come across the weird genre of Christian Christmas song that's about how Jesus was a child in the English countryside and did weird things?
No.
There was a whole cult around
Oh, is this like the Joseph of Arimathea legend about how he took him on like a trip to Britain?
Yeah,
Huh.
basically.
I did not know there were carols
Come
about
see
it.
the sights.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
All right.
I just love the fact that one of our oldest surviving carols, one that people have gone, yes, we must preserve this down the years, is the Coventry Carol, which is singing about dead babies. I just love, for all the jollity and festivity of like most modern Christmas songs, the one that's actually endured
Which
is the
one
most
is this?
depressing piece of shit. The Coventry Carol.
Yeah,
The little tiny child.
Do you mean Coventry?
I don't think I've ever heard that in my
Oh, I
life.
know that one.
It's one.
good.
It's you will
pretty
never hear
austere.
it outside of choir concerts or maybe
Yeah,
some
it's
church
it's like a-
services with a very depressed singing
Poncy?
leader. Depressed.
And that
already.
one
Oh
time our
fuck!
acapella
I
group
forgot.
did it.
Damn it! I just realised the one I've forgotten. Never mind.
Alright, well,
All right.
This is Jacob's new spin-off podcast,
Let's
Jacob and
continue.
Carols.
I am going to. I'm going to create a winter holiday bangers that you've never heard of playlist.
Playlist. That's a good plan. Until that joyous moment, let's get to it. are...
Covered in spiders.
Whoa!
Nice.
Yes, we are Rolo the round-nosed reindeer,
Yes, I
Mindy Braithwaite,
Hello.
Katerina,
Yes.
Reverend Archibald Middleton, and the newly emancipated Gingerbread.
With Nutmeg Bert on his shoulder.
With Nutmeg Bert on his shoulder. And you are, of course, accompanied by Carol from HR.
Of course.
This is based on a real person. Are we going to get letters?
I mean, there probably is a Carol in an HR somewhere.
Oh no, I'm not questioning that.
I'm pretty sure that I have met this woman.
Yeah, we all have.
We all know a Carol from HR. I say that, but my HR people are lovely. Which makes sense, because I'm friends with Carol.
I've only ever met nice HR people. Right. So last session, you left the Norsean Nice Room, you met Carol, you learned that some elves live for over 1,000 years and some don't. It depends on how productive they are, and they die when they're no longer useful.
Guilted to death by capitalism.
It turned very dark.
Because I panicked and went morbid. But it's canon now,
Story
guys.
of my life.
Yeah, same actually.
And Carol's dream is to emancipate herself and the other elves from the shackles of Santa Claus and be free and just be sipping cocktails in the Bahamas. Tiny Tim Cratchit, via his GoPro iPad setup on Jinglebert, offered Carol a nice plum job if she helped them achieve his goal of taking over the workshop, and she was very happy to agree. You then made your way to the confectionery room, on your way to get to the Snowmaker chamber, where you know Santa will be having a few quiet moments before setting off on his midnight ride. Why do you all find this so funny?
Mostly me, I'm sorry. Every single time you're
It
like...
just sounds like he's having a private wank into the snow machine before he sets off.
Crack open a cold one
It
with a
sounds like
lad.
he's going to go take a dump before he goes for a fly around the world. Like, it's...
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Lord in
I'm
heaven.
sorry, it's just a spray of white substance. My mind just went there, all right?
Guys, this is some good family-friendly Christmas fun where we kill Father Christmas.
Kids,
Absolutely.
And anyone else we come
this.
across.
Get a grip.
Please never let children listen to this. So, you went into the confectionery room and were immediately met with the sight of baby gingerbread men, aka gingerbabs, in their nursery, watched over by a caring, elderly elf nanny named Sugarplum.
Who we punched? We punched.
Jinglebert became angered at the sight of gingerbabs in captivity and shot at the nanny, but accidentally shot open a pipe of chocolate.
Wasn't my finest hour.
And had to run to protect them. At which point Rolo charged Sugarplum and impaled her on his spiky antlers. Archibald rescued the Gingerbabs. One of them identified themselves as Nutmeg Bert, Jinglebert's child. Jinglebert threw his GoPro and iPad into a vat of chocolate so that Tiny Tim Cratchit could no longer communicate with him.
Jinglebert is free.
And on behalf of Mindy Braithwaite, Carol and Archibald recovered the one true coconut.
Oh my god, I've forgotten about that.
I'd forgotten about that. How?
We got the
And
one
then-
true nut.
And then Mindy created
Oh, God.
an armour suit out of chocolate and sweets
Jinglebert
for
is now-
Jinglebert,
I am now Ginger
Marzipan.
Plus.
Tactical marzipan.
which I have decided that mechanically Jinglebert's candy armour suit, there's got to be a suite of armour.
Oh,
That'll do. A suite of armor.
Jinglebert's suite of armour will have the effect of when doing attack or defensive actions, he will always roll at least 2 dice.
Oh, nice.
Mechanically, I think that's where we're shaking out on that. Well, it has to do something.
Yeah.
It can't just be for
Very generous. Thank you, Christmas DM. That's very generous.
That is very generous. I genuinely thought it was just for the aesthetic.
So did I.
No, I like to reward you for doing things.
He's also wearing a hollowed out massive sort of lint chocolate sweet as a hat as well.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. And Nutmeg Bert is in the other half of it.
Correct.
Happily eating the innards.
Mindy tried to laugh like a mad sort of Frankenstein, but got out of breath halfway through and had to take a little puff on her inhaler.
Aww. So, we're in the confectionery room. There's not much between you and the Snowmaker room.
Is there a direct route to the elf village, or...
If not, we can make one.
You went in the other direction to that.
That's fair. That can come later. That's fine. Oops.
After we've killed Santa.
Pretty much.
Why do you want to go to the elf village, just out of interest?
I want to lead the elves in a Spartacus-style revolt.
Oh, I see.
Elf unionization. I like it.
Carol nods sagely.
Sorry, I'm going to express that in a more Archibald style. This matter of just working for someone else's gain until you no longer become useful and die of shame. Well, it's just not cricket. It sits uncomfortably in my British heart. It's vaguely close to, some sign of ancestral shame that I'm feeling for some reason.
Jinglebert is going to turn to the vicar and he will say, have you seen the film Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? We are getting out.
Not recently,
All
but I
of
think I
us.
know where you're going with this.
Marvelous.
I like you.
Let's kill
Old man
first.
of the
3
Cotswolds.
seconds.
We flash
Santa,
back
kill
to
Santa.
Jinglebert watching one of the gingerbread men being sacrificed and having his gummy heart torn out
Oh,
of
Lord.
his chest.
Just a brief
And then he
flash, then
blinks.
we're
Just
back.
a dream. Just a dream. Yeah. Out of interest, Matt, well, in your mind, because I didn't plan for the gingerbread men when I created the
Nobody
work.
plans
I,
for the
really.
So
gingerbread man.
what kind of role do you think the gingerbread men play in the workshop? I'm kind of open to anything.
Yeah, so basically I'm seeing like if the elves are like the slaves, then the gingerbread men are like the slaves beneath the slaves. They work them until they're worn out and then they eat them.
They work them until they are crumbs.
God. They're like the kind of
Oh
donkeys.
my
of
god,
the...
that's horrifying.
And so the happy thing is Jinglebert is here to liberate them. He's decided he's going to be the Ginger Spartacus.
Everybody's being Spartacus around here.
Well, that's kind of the point, isn't it?
Not to derail the narrative at all. We can deal with this in post. Like after we've killed Santa, I can go and then save the gingerbread man.
Can we go kill Red and Jolly now?
Yes, we shall
Yes,
kill
we
Red
have to
and
move
Jolly.
quickly.
Oh, I love Red and Jolly because it sounds like a cool sign.
Code name
it?
Red and Jolly.
I'm gonna say that is his call
Yep.
sign when he's flying Red and Jolly. Unless you want to go through any of the other workrooms, you now have a straight shot to the snow room.
Yes.
I'm a little concerned for this room now. The reputation precedes it.
Can I make a very quick modification to Jinglebert's suit, and that is strawberry laces. I must imagine enormous lengths of strawberry lace, and then sort of tied at the back, so he's now got sort of a bandolier on.
Oh no! I thought you were going to go for epaulets.
I thought you were going to give him hair.
There's
All three of these things have happened.
There's no time for frivolity.
Come on now, dear. We're done with the
I
modifications.
beg your
We do actually have
pardon.
to use
What
them
did
at
you
some
just
stage.
call me?
I didn't.
Did you
I was
just call me
talking
a
to you, reindeer.
deer? I am a reindeer.
Rolo,
little human.
calm down. Stop seeing
Don't you
red.
tell
Actually,
me to calm down.
let's continue seeing red somewhere else and at high speeds.
Don't see red just yet.
Carol pulls out a candy carrot and holds it out to Rolo.
You're the only person worth knowing, Carol.
I know, Rolo. It won't be long till we're in the Bahamas.
Forwards, and
Lead on,
Forwards.
knife-headed animal.
All right.
With
Let's
Rolo's
go.
permission, Carol is going to ride astride his
Rolo,
back.
Carol is probably the only creature who would ever be allowed to do this. Their friendship is that
Exactly.
deep.
It really is.
Fantastic.
Okay,
That's
we off.
in.
We're going.
Yes.
Charge.
What greets us at the snowmaking room?
So out before you even get to it, you pop out the corridor, and there are 2 Finnish mercenary guards
Oh no.
standing in front of the door, and they spot you.
Hello.
Intruders!
No,
Intruders!
No,
we're
lowers his head.
New recruits?
Katerina, I wouldn't even try. I say, just stepping back, and I'm going to let the reindeer have his day.
Go for it, Rolo.
Oh yeah, we need dice for this game. Shit.
Says to Carol.
Sorry, I'm fine.
Hold
That's
on
my
tight,
line.
Carol. It's fun time.
Okay, give me 2 dice on a naughty.
That is a 4 and a 3. That is 2 successes.
Yay! Okay, what do you do? What do you want to do?
The same thing I do every day. Try to gore them with my knife horns. I think he wants to
Norns.
get both of them and just slam them against the wall.
One
and
on
just-
either horn?
Yep.
One on either.
I will say there were 3 of them,
There are 3 of them.
but yeah, you can only get 2
Oh,
though.
okay.
I think I said 3. We'll find out in post.
Well, I
They're
can. I don't
multiplying.
think I can get a third. He will go for
Yeah, so
whichever ones are shouting the loudest, because they're irritating
he
him.
puts his head down. Rolo puts his head down and charges. Carol is on his back, brandishing a candy cane. To war! And straight through the guts of these 2
Painful.
highly trained Finnish fighters.
Oh, now they're finished. Oh, is there a third?
Yeah.
Finished.
And one of them looks you in the eye and goes, to war, Rolo. As he dies.
Wow, I wish I had a reputation like this.
I'm going to kick the third one in the Nadgers.
The third one
In the Eldritch Nadgers.
starts running in the Eldritch Nadgers. We're
Straight
back.
into the wall. I'm going to hit him.
The third one is like gazing in horror at what's just happened to his friends, and he starts running and he hits a big red button
Oh,
on the
shit.
wall. And the alarm starts to go off. Ching,
Can I then kick him in
But
the
Irish
Nadgers?
then.
ching.
Oh, feck.
To be honest, I'm surprised it hasn't gone off already.
It has, like 3 times.
Yeah, I think we had this problem.
It did earlier, but you managed
Well,
to
let's just
shut it
run
off.
quickly and stab the big red man, and then we're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with him running away now, help may be on the way, but now you've got a clear shot to the door.
To the Snowmaker room.
Let's bust down this door.
Well, let's go, 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 go! I run.
No, stop worrying the corpses. We have a job to do.
But look at the way they flop.
I'm not going to make you do a whole thing of trying to unlock the door. Carol is with you. She goes through the rigmarole of hand scan, eye scan, fingerprint scan again, voice scan, password.
Given the length of security around here, it's been distressingly easy to get this far.
Perhaps for a human, gingerbread people like me cannot access the doors, for we have no eye prints or fingerprints. It's municipal terrorism, I tell you.
That's what they call institutionalized racism, no?
You are wise, truck driver.
Lots of long, terrible words. Let's go sort them out, shall we?
Guys, the door slides open, and you are met with a blinding white light
boy.
Ah,
and freezing
And
cold
from the north, I can cope.
that blows at you like a wind, like a pressure differential.
Reminds me of private school.
Oh, buddy. But as your eyes adjust to the light, you can see inside a vast, vast room filled with tubes, sort of iridescent tubes, carrying snow. And they all connect to one giant chamber, glass chamber in the centre, in which is something that looks like snow, but also like light, and also like Christmas.
this is where they trapped Jack Frost 1,000 years ago to live in servitude.
And standing with his back to you is an enormous man dressed in red
You should
with
be in
white
green.
hair.
It's
and
a corporate
big
invention.
black boots.
It's not a corporate invention.
And as you say
Yeah, I think
that,
that's an urban
he
myth.
turns to face
Yeah, that's
you,
an urban myth.
and he is no, it's true. He turns to face you, and he has an old, wrinkled face, and eyes that might once have been kindly, but are now filled with exhaustion and self-hatred. And he says, "I used to wear green, but when the Coca-Cola sponsorship came along, I couldn't say no."
All the way from Notting Hill, you hear Tim Cratchit go, "Blasted Coca-Cola got there before me!"
How is he hearing this?
It's an
The
echo
power
on the
of
wind.
greed.
We feel
the
it. We
echo on the
just
wind.
feel
Sheer
it.
power of spite.
Coincidence. Back to the North Pole.
Actually, Matt, if you don't mind me taking a mild liberty.
Oh, go on. Please do.
You do hear Tim Cratchit say that because, you see, in one of Santa's hands, he's holding an iPhone.
Oh!
And he's FaceTiming Tim Cratchit, who has called him to threaten him,
Oh yeah.
to threaten and gloat as his inevitable doom approaches.
Wow. Okay.
I want to.
Rolo, what are you doing back here?
Rhodo is currently ignoring Jolly Red because I want to sort of turn to the door and I want to use my hacking skills to mess up the entrance so no one else can get in behind us.
Oh, smart.
Okay. Let me have a think. So you are a hacker, so that'll give you an expert die. And I would say that's crime, so I'd say it's naughty.
Is that 2 dice?
That is crime.
That is naughty.
Naughty, naughty crime.
That is a 5 and a 1. So this is 2 successes and one of them is my magic number.
Yay, you've got a Merry Christmas.
I get a lot of Merry
Merry
Christmases. 5 was a good number to
Christmas.
choose
Yes.
for being a
Because
naughty,
Rhodo's
naughty
surprisingly
murderer.
merry.
Okay, so you were trying to just mess up the door so no one could
Yeah.
get in.
Because we know that there's probably going to be
Yeah, so-
reinforcements.
Yeah, you absolutely do that. The door slams shut. There's kind of like a red blinking light above of it, and there's just on the code panel, it just says locked, error, locked, error,
Nice.
error, scrolling on and on and on. And what question would you like to ask for your Merry Christmas?
What's the best way to kill Santa? Stab through the gut, cut off his head.
Do we have to burn him? Is he like a vampire?
He is not a
Are you
vampire.
sure?
Well,
Can he be animated by Christmas spirit?
Do we have to lick him?
the best way to kill the Santa in front of you
Oh.
That's a leading
Oh,
question.
that is a leading answer, yeah.
is the way you would kill any human.
Yeah.
While Rolo is busy being an abomination unto nature with his gloved human fingers and
Oh, don't make me think about them.
and hacking the door closed, I'm going to take the opportunity to Archibald is going to take the opportunity to step forward and say, "There's no need for any of this. Put the terrible old man away. There's no need for this to end in bloodshed."
The terrible old man.
My thinking was Tim Cratchit had called Santa to gloat, to be fair,
Yeah.
not to help him. And he looks
It's like,
at you.
I've learned this from Twitter. Sometimes you just have to shut it down.
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
He looks at you all and he goes, "You won't stop anything."
What do you mean?
That sounds very, very fatalistic of you. We all have power to do something, no matter how little.
Like murder.
You are...
He turns around and he gazes into the central snow chamber and he says, "Not anymore, I don't."
Then
What's stopping
who does? Or what does?
And he's turning around a lot at the moment.
you? Yeah.
Is he just on a swivel
Why
on
are you
stage?
burning so much?
He's just on the most magnificent lazy Susan.
Rotating, guys.
On the
Stop rotating.
On the
Making
phone,
me
Tim
dizzy.
Cratchit is getting really dizzy.
No.
Octavia, help!
And he,
No, hang on, I'm facing the other way again. Hang on, monologue stop for a moment. Can you just wait there for a second? No.
He's on a swivelly chair and he pushed it too far and he just keeps
wait,
going.
hold on, I'm coming back around. Hold on.
1 second.
And he looks at you and there's a tear in his eye and he says, "She does."
Oh.
And from
Oh no, Mrs.
dear.
Claus!
Oh no.
and from
With
behind
real
you,
claws.
Oh god.
you hear claws tapping on the floor.
Oh my god!
Hello, sweeties.
I'm going to throw a grenade at her.
I have flashbacks to negotiating with the flower arrangers.
Oh, I need to decide what she looks like. I think Mrs. Claus looks... At first glance, she just looks like a tall, elegant, elderly woman. But then you notice that she's not wearing her shoes right now. And
Dangerous.
her feet, instead of being feet, they have claws
I mean,
on them.
we do have like a genetically modified cybernetic reindeer, so we know this is a thing that happens in the North Pole.
Yeah.
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah. And she's taking off her long red gloves,
Oh, no.
and under them are more long claws. And she's rising to a height suddenly that seems a little unnatural for a human.
I'll level my shotgun at her and I will say, "Mrs. Claus, let my people go."
I guess they don't manufacture nail clippers here
Your
in the North Pole.
people wouldn't exist without me. Your people wouldn't exist without me, Jinglebert, the deserter.
That may be true, but they live in servitude and misery.
None of you know what you're doing.
I know
I
what
think
I'm
I'm
doing.
killing.
That's never
I'm
stopped us
fairly
before.
sure I'm killing.
You think Christmas just happens?
No.
You think the fat man would do any of this?
I don't
if he
care.
That's
Jinglebert,
fat shaming,
shoot,
and
she's
we disagree
monologuing.
of it.
Quick, yes.
She's standing perfectly still.
I will shoot her.
What are you waiting for? Naughty people, go!
You're right. I throw a knife at her.
Yep, I will fire.
Oh, okay, one at a time.
I think knife first.
You said, yeah, Katarina went first. So, is knife throwing one of your, skills?
No, I'm a driver. I'm
You're a
just angry.
Driver, so no.
Am I prepared,
no.
though?
I don't know. Give me a
She does have her knives
compelling argument.
out and
I have
ready.
knives in my
She did
boots.
bring them.
Let's be honest.
She's brought a knife to a claw bite.
I have.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you prepared. So you can have 2 dice on a naughty.
Sweet. So this is roll above or below? I always forget.
Below for naughty.
Below, because naughty.
Below.
God damn it, I rolled a 6 and a 5.
Oof.
Oh dear.
that a
That's
fail?
complete failure, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
My nose, no!
so you try to pull out a knife and throw it.
Oh no.
But instead, you kind of fling it backwards behind you, and it
Oh, dear Lord.
goes straight, and it... Oh, hold on. How many are there of you? 5.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Well, there were.
Have a D10.
There used to be.
Oh, no.
Shh, children, it's fine.
Where's the knife gonna go?
Why do I not have any D8s on me?
Just use a d6 and re-roll a 6.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or a 6
Or
means
6
it
hit
is 2 people.
Santa. 6 hit Santa.
Or Carol.
Okay, that was a 4. So 1, 2, 3. So that is Rolo the Destroyer.
Oops.
You
Oh, great, you
pin
made him more angry.
Rolo the Destroyer's hoof to the floor.
Ow. Ah. Where did
What
my knife
are you
go? Did anyone see where
doing?
my knife? Oh shit.
So now Rolo cannot move from where he is until someone takes the knife out of his hoof.
He can't do
sorry, my
anything
hand's
standing
cramped.
still. His go-to is run and gore.
Exactly. So Jinglebert wants to shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna level add on the command from Mindy Braithwaite saying she's monologuing. I'm like, you're right. And so I'm gonna fire my shotgun.
No.
I'll say something like, "I am Jinglebert, born of the gumdrop, and I shall have my vengeance," or some
Jinglebert,
such.
son of Janglebert.
Jinglebert, son of Janglebert. Husband to an eaten wife, father to a completely safe child.
God, the baby's
Nutmeg Bert is in a sugar coma. He's eaten too much chocolate.
And I shall have my vengeance in this room or the next. Right. So before I roll, so I was on a 2, which is towards naughty. Will you allow me to shift to a 4 because it's Jinglebert now, not Cratchit? For nice.
You were already
You're
a
already
four.
Was I 4? Basically, I want to shift
Yeah, I
from
literally
being
listened to
naughty
this
to
yesterday.
nice. If that makes so a 2 then, from a 4 to a 2, because I'm now Jinglebert. Or would you rather
Yeah,
me
that-
stay on the naughty?
Okay. I mean, yeah, but shooting people is naughty, so this will make it harder for you. I just want you to be
Maybe
aware.
suggest
fair.
a 3, since,
Yeah, I'll
you
stick down the
know...
middle for a 3. Jinglebert is a rebel, after
Yeah.
all. I mean, I don't mind if you don't.
That's true.
I was just like, it doesn't seem...
No, I'm happy for you to do it.
Let's call it a
I'm
3.
just
I've
thinking,
changed to a 3. We'll bang.
Why are you making this harder for yourself? But okay.
Because it is the right thing to do.
And remember, you have an advantage type thing.
Because
You
I'm
will
firing,
definitely
yeah.
get
So I
at
roll
least 2
twice
dice.
and take...
No, you just
Roll
you
twice.
you are prepared
Aye,
basically.
cool.
No, you
I
just
see.
roll
Thinking.
twice, yeah.
Oh, right. So the first one's a 3, so I get a Merry Christmas. And the second one's
Woo!
a 5.
Merry Christmas. And not Merry Christmas. This,
So
I can't remember numbers.
you get 1 success and you get to ask a question. So you barely manage it. So you shoot at Mrs. Claus,
Mm-hmm.
and I think, what's a barely managing it?
It's the wing shot. Like your clipper.
Yeah, you clip her on the arm, and she starts bleeding candy cane, like
Ew.
the elves do.
Good
Candy
God.
cane colours, white and red, and she hisses at you, and she's suddenly got sharp, pointed fangs,
I knew
and
it.
her face is contorting a bit.
Holy
but-
muffins.
But there is a complication, harm, or cost, you fly backwards and drop Nutmeg Bert, and he goes off the back of you.
Nutmeg
and he
Bert.
lands in a snowdrift, so he's safe for now.
Okay. And for my Merry Christmas, I'd like to ask the question: where are they keeping all of the adult gingerbread men? Where can I go to kind of rescue them after we've finished here?
I guess they would be in like a suburb of Elfland.
Yep. I want to go.
I mean, you say suburb. I think what you mean is ghetto.
Well, yes.
I wish to.
I was
When we're
thinking
done
more
with
like
Mrs.
pet.
Claus,
Gingerbread ghetto.
Yeah.
I'll go and break the daisy chains and free them.
Fantastic.
I think you mean the tinsel.
Oh, the tinsel.
Aw,
Yeah.
Poor babes. Poor babs.
But
Right,
first,
Break the tinsel. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
anyone else want to do something?
I had a thing, but I was going to wait until the other fighters had gone.
Do I have a second knife? Of course I do. I have 2 boots.
Yes. Wait for everyone else to go first, though.
Oh no.
Hello.
Yeah, this is true. I've already acted. Yeah. Go
Hello.
for it.
I'm going to pop another one of those one of those bullet ant venom and sugar, basic like highly concentrated sucrose liqueurs. So I start sort of Mindy starts sort of vibrating gently, and it's then just going to go in and just like repeating, just try and like rabbit punch down Mrs. Claus.
So you do like a jump in the air and like a...
Yeah.
Okay, so I will give you prepared because you are dosing. So give me a naughty roll with 2 dice. I am just very benevolent this,
it is Christmas.
this
I'm
October
not-
Christmas that we are
Okay, so I have to roll low, right, for naughty.
Yeah, you have to roll below your number,
It's
which
3.
is 3.
I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Okay, so that's a barely success.
Bears.
So, again, so you do the jump. It's not quite as impressive as you thought
Oh,
it
no.
would be. You kind of end up just sort of punching her in the boob. And she does stumble backwards and it does hurt her, but you
Misjudged
also
that uppercut.
hurt your own hand on her just rock hard tit and fall to the ground, cradling your knuckles.
That was...
Oh god.
Okay. Rolo, do you want to try and do something?
Yeah, I wanna. He's gonna. Being a reindeer, he will use his mouth to pull the knife out of his hoof because he's a
Okay,
reindeer.
I'm going to say that's your turn.
Yeah,
I felt like
obviously.
horses couldn't do that.
Yeah.
They can reach their
I
own
need
feet.
you
They
to
just
roll for
lean their
this?
heads down and
Oh, yeah.
there's their hoof.
Fair.
Yeah, it just effectively it's miss a turn. That sounds fair to me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think you need
yeah.
to roll for that. I think it's just a miss turn.
He gives Katerina the dirtiest look.
I'm sorry. It was an accident.
The hooves are artificial anyway.
Yeah.
Not the point.
They have sentimental
It's
value.
Archibald.
While they're distracting the big bad, I'm going to hustle up to Red and Jolly as quickly and sort of unremarkably as I can, so that Mrs. Claus won't notice me, and go, "What's the hold? What hold does she have on you, my child? Why would you consent to destroying this season of cheer and festivity for that?"
You're a man of the cloth, so you're good at doing the talking and getting things out of people.
Yeah.
Give me a nice roll with 2 dice.
Cool.
Prepared. I've been prepared all my life.
2 successes.
Huzzah! So Santa looks at you. He's got tears in his beady little eyes, and he says, "You are a man of the cloth, no?
Yes.
You believe in the body and the soul."
Yes.
And he points to himself and he says, "This is the body." And then he points to the tube of glittering, beautiful, snowy Christmas light, and he says, "That is the soul.
Ooh.
I am the spirit of Christmas, but she has made me the spirit of capitalism, and has used Christmas and all of its magic to ruin the season."
Agreed. Absolutely. Well, let's.
This has become like a heavily anti-capital.
And I am
I don't know
vibing.
what any of us
I am
expected.
vibing it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's Santa Ragnarok. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe we should do something about it. Can we just smash the tank or something?
Ha! You think you can smash a spell made by a witch of her power? The spell ends when she is dead. Never before.
Has anyone ever attempted to exorcise it?
I am not a demon.
No. Hang on. I knew I brought my BCP for a reason, and he starts ferreting around in his pockets, and that's my plan for next turn.
I love it.
But I'll pass the torch on after that.
You say your BCT?
BCP, Book of Common
Your
Prayer.
Book of Common Prayer.
It's an Anglican thing.
Anywho, Mrs. Claus has seen all of this taking place, and she sees and hears Santa explaining his predicament to Archibald, and she screeches, "Ah! You will never be free of me! I own Christmas!" And she leaps. Who's nearest to her? I guess.
I think that would be me. I am in hand.
Oh,
Yeah, but you're like
probably, yeah.
underfoot.
Okay.
I think she's going to leap at Jinglebert because he looks the most threatening because
He's
he's
pretty
got
big.
armor on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big
I will
gingerbread.
stand between her and Nutmeg Bert.
He's really far away right now.
Good.
This is the news we wanted to hear.
She leaps at you to attack you. So there isn't really a mechanic for people attacking player characters in this. So I guess I need you... Let me think how this is going to work. I guess I want you to roll some kind of defense.
Yeah, I guess I'll swing my candy cane round and go into like an
Yeah.
Aragorn pose, like two-handed sword. Like
Yes!
Oh yes.
I have another Merry Christmas. I've rolled a 3.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Jinglebert's so much better than
Okay.
Tiny Tim.
So she jumps at you. And is Tiny Tim doing anything on the phone right now? by the way?
Yeah, he is yelling incessantly. He's just like, Santa, Jinglebird, anybody! Hello! I'm important! He's just yelling variations on that over and over.
I'm important.
Sounds like people I've worked for.
I am spectacularly wealthy.
That also sounds like people I've worked for.
I was gonna say, that
I really
really
hope
does
they're
sound
not-
like
Let's be
people
honest,
you've
they're not
worked
listening.
Continue. No one's paying any attention to
Mrs.
it.
Claus, screaming, throws herself at you in a fit of rage, and she is met with the sharp end of your candy cane sword. Why does everything sound like an innuendo today?
Oh, well.
That just wallops her about the head, and she falls sideways. So what would you like your Merry Christmas question to be?
I mean, first of all, as soon as I hit her, I'd like to say that I bet that canes. He winces a little after he says it.
Yep.
And oh god, my Merry Christmas. That's a very good question. I want to know. I'm open to ideas, folks. I can't. Actually think
How
of
do we
anything.
kill her most efficiently? This is
I mean,
Rona's
yeah,
last
it-
question.
How do we break her spells?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for. Given we know killing her breaks the spell anyway, I'm gonna go for is there like. Does she have a weakness? Is kind of what I'm fishing for. Does she have an Achilles heel? Is she is she allergic to eggnog or something?
She's kind of like a Krampus witch. So I'm trying to think.
Do we have to like link hands and say like we don't believe in Mrs. Claus or something like?
No. How would you get like?
Do we
how
have
would
to
you kill a
have
witch?
genuine Christmas spirit?
We have to just find the true meaning of Christmas.
I was going to say, because that will never happen with this lot.
Candle mint cake.
All joking aside, I do wonder if the key is the elves.
Ooh, yeah. Is she like cosmically linked to them?
We have to cover her in elf
I
blood.
legitimately don't have a plan. So if you guys come up with something cool, I will make it canon.
Yeah, I wonder if. Go on.
I like the idea that there is a connection between the elves, like their dying of shame thing, and
Yeah, it's like
She gets her
like
power.
she feeds off that effectively.
you have to stop them from
Yeah.
like being afraid of her. Maybe
Effectively.
Maybe you should.
I mean,
and
that's
Santa-
just me. That's just me trying to steer into Archibald's,
I
burgeoning
like it.
demagogue status.
I like it. Maybe
I will
Archibald
point out that
and
I've locked
Santa-
us in this room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're not going
let's-
anywhere right
we
now.
we,
You have
we
to
could
do it.
deal with that. But that's a problem for future, as in like 5 minutes from now.
Like, whether or not
You
we
just
use
insult
that,
her.
I don't know. I quite like that. I wouldn't mind that being
You
canon.
just insult her to death.
I feel like there's got to be more than one way of killing
yeah,
her.
totally.
Oh, absolutely.
You normally kill monsters like take off the head, set them on fire, pour water over them, stab them through the heart, that kind of thing. But you can also do like a cool cosmic
We could do like
shattering of her
a
world.
run
as
and
well.
fight thing where we kind of run to get the elves while she's chasing us. Could be quite cool.
Yeah.
So, like, happy for the realization to be like the answer isn't here, you know.
The secret is the elves and the gingerbread men, may I add.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that I'll take that as a Merry Christmas. We can act on it or not in other people's turns. Continue.
So, I mean, I will point out you have a representative of each of the groups of people created by
Yeah. We have
Oh,
a
yeah, we
reindeer, an elf, and a gingerbread.
and a gingerbread man. So, I mean, it could be that between them they have the power to take down Mrs. Claus.
Ooh,
And
I feel
speaking
Santa
of,
Santa might know.
It's time to charge.
Yay!
Yeah!
What we came there for.
He's gonna properly, he's gonna shake off any leftover viscera from his horns. He's gonna lower his head. He's gonna, paw the ground a few times. One of his hooves, he has to, tap it back on because it starts falling off a bit because there's a hole in it now. And he's like, I've been waiting a long time for this.
She's crouched on the ground, having just been hit to the side with a big candy cane, and she looks up and suddenly there is true terror in her eyes. Roll me 3 dice. Because you've been waiting a long time.
2, 3, 4!
Yeah! Oh my god, I mean, she's not dead, but boy do you take her down. She is on the horns.
She got a mild chance when the knife went through the hoof, and that was her one chance.
Do you want to describe what you do to her? Or
I would like...
you haven't killed her?
No,
but
I'm trying to... I can't quite get my head around what she looks like, which isn't helping.
I'm imagining kind of like a goat with claws and a woman's face in a dress. That's where my brain is going.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
it. I can see that.
Yeah.
And she was on her side.
It's like a Krampus
Matt, don't you
witch.
own that album?
Krampus
I may
witch.
be on it.
Alright.
It's my Christmas album, Krampus Witch.
Rolo charges. She's lying down, she struggles to get back up, but in vain. Smack straight into the side with his antlers, the knife sticking out glistening as they slide wetly into goatee flesh. He shakes his head and she goes flying, but his hooves are right there to trample. He's laughing the whole time.
I'd like to cover Nutmeg Bert's eyes, please.
Fortunately, I think Nutberg is face down in a snowdrift at the moment, so...
Thank goodness.
He's not actually, because he was in that snowdrift, but he was curious about the fight, and he's been getting closer. And what you didn't notice was that just before Rolo charged, he jumped up on Rolo's back and sat up on Carol's shoulder.
Oh my goodness.
Which
Nutmeg
means that
Bert,
all
get
3
down
of them
from
are there. You don't understand. It's a perfect trifecta. There is an elf
All
and a
3 of them.
gingerbread man riding on a reindeer.
Oh wow, you're right.
And as Mrs. Claus falls to the floor, with Rolo's hoof squarely on her chest, you hear her ribs crack. And in his excitement, Carol and Nutmeg Bert both fall from his back and land on top of her.
Go on, little one, give her a whack.
And Carol is holding a candy cane knife that she stabs straight into Mrs. Claus's throat. And Nutmeg Bert is still holding the half of a giant Lindt chocolate.
Does he just kind of go bah! And just kind of bump
And he
her?
bashes her over the head with it. And a triangle of light appears between these 3 denizens of the workshop.
This makes it sound heroic and not like it's like... Nutmeg Bird is the only innocent being here.
I think Jinglebert's gonna like drop
the
his
three-
candy cane and be just like, the chosen one. My boy is the chosen one.
Bert. As the three representatives of her creations come together against her and deal the final blow to Mrs. Claus.
Ooh, it's me, the ghost of podcasts past. Nah, it's just Luki. Ha. Got ya? No. So, Direcast's been around for like 3 months now, and this episode happens to be coming out on Christmas Day, if you celebrate such things. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who's downloaded and listened and left us nice comments on Facebook, who's tweeted about us, who's sent us messages sometimes to say that they like us, which really warms my heart and makes me happy. Of course, if you do want to leave us a review on iTunes, that would be lovely, and we will then give you a shout out on an episode in a character voice of your choosing. So, snap up that deal. And also, I just wanted to say, we at Direcast, like many people around the world at the moment, we have lots of friends and family that we aren't going to see this winter holiday. And I just wanted to say, season's greetings, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Solstice, Happy Yule, Happy New Year, definitely, and general love and kindness and wonder and winter ramblings that I'm doing right now. To all of you, we miss you, but we're glad that we're keeping safe and doing our bit. And if you are in particular my brother in Beijing, hi Robert, we've got a special little message for you from our nephews, so I'll let them take it away.
Uncle Robbie, Faye and Charlie, Happy Christmas!
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, and that is the rider of open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, and that is the rider of open sleigh. Hey!
Yep, those are my nephews, screaming and yelling all the way to Beijing for you there, Robert, because we all just love you so much. And also Dad in the background, because he, like me, cannot ever be quiet. It's a curse, a family curse. Anywho, like I say, I hope everyone has a lovely holiday, and let's get back to the show.
Oh, piss. I wanted to do violence.
Does Catherine run over and just kick as well?
I just run over and just start stabbing her dead body,
Her body starts farting.
I'm just looking at this entire thing, going, that boy's going to need therapy.
Rolo
boy.
turns to
Nutmeg
Jinglebert.
Bert does not understand what is happening.
Rolo turns to Jinglebert and says, "You got a pretty good boy here."
Papa, I beat the monster.
That
I do
you
good,
did,
Papa?
Jinglebert. He's gonna so you're Nutmeg Bert, aren't you?
You're Jinglebert, Papa.
I'm sorry, boy. I was overcome. He's gonna pick up Jinglebert, Nutmeg Bert. He's gonna pick up Nutmeg Bert, hold him in his hands, hold him up, and just be like, "I will never leave you again, boy. We have work to do, you and I. We must save our people."
And for a second, it almost seems like there's a little halo of light around Nutmeg Bert.
It looks like a donut.
And then it looks like a donut. And then it fades. And no, it must have just been a trick of the light.
Right.
And around you...
Oh, so it's not the
you
Messiah.
start-
He's a very little baked boy.
Hey!
And behind you, you hear Santa start to clap. And on the floor, in a slightly cracked iPhone, you hear Tim Cratchit saying...
He's not. He's like, what's happening? What's going on? I'm looking at the bloody ceiling.
Carol comes over and picks it up and goes, "Don't worry, we succeeded and Santa's about to have his last laugh."
What?
Now, let me just
Rolo
stop
has
you
turned
there,
and
dear.
his antlers are going down again.
Angle the camera,
Santa-
Carol. Down. Perfect, Carol. Sorry.
Santa puts his hand on Archibald's shoulder and he says, "No, you see my spirit can be free now, and you notice that these iridescent tubes and containers are starting to crack as the magic dissipates, and inside of this central one, the spirit is starting to frantically move around. And he says, my spirit can be free, but not as long as I am in this body. And so, truly, to free Christmas, you must first kick my ass.
Oh, finally.
Katarina, go.
I'm just going to step back, and I am going to. I'm going to say. Then, in that case, then, well, I suppose, go in pieces, my child.
Yeah.
Can someone hand me something large and sharp, please?
I hand you my candy cane.
Why, thank you.
I am going to wrap it in the electric bunting and activate the electric bunting, which it's bunting that's electric.
We still don't really know what it
is
is.
going to sharpen the end with one of his antler knives. Just make sure it's extra
Thank
pointy.
you. Oh, finally. The
I'm
number
not
of
gonna make
times
you
I've
roll
seen
for
your
these.
face on the
I
wrapping
want you
paper!
all I want you all to describe what you do to Santa.
I don't think it would be even within our rating to describe what I do to Santa.
All I do is cover Nutmeg Bert's eyes.
I was going to say, I feel like we've all decided, like, Katarina can have the final. Like...
You get the moment. Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that old Terry's Chocolate Orange advert, which was you tap it, don't whack it? No,
no.
It's the other way around. You whack it,
You
don't
definitely
tap it.
whack
Don't tap
Well,
Santa.
this is. I have a feeling Katarina definitely whacks Santa.
I think so, yes.
I think from a cinematic perspective, and this might just be me focusing on Archibald, but he gives that line, I just turns and walks away, and we can just, it's just vaguely obscured by his form, and he's trying to walk away solemnly, but you can just kind of see the edges of this thing as Katarina goes all in, and Archibald keeps wincing, and there's a point where there's just like something wet just splashes against his back, and he's like, I don't know
get
what to
the
know what that
eyes,
is.
get the eyes!
Oh my god.
I assume Rolo gets in there.
Yeah, I think he must do.
He does, but he does let Katarina have a proper good go. Like, he knows what it's like to need to have the satisfaction of brutally murdering.
Yep.
So
Thank you.
we start to zoom out on this scene of absolute carnage, and as you do this, the glass case in the center shatters, and out of it comes somewhere. It's like a white spirit somewhere between the Ghost of Christmas Past, Jack Frost, and Father
I
Christmas.
thought it was Jack.
And it,
The
it's
trap
not quite.
spirit.
It
Copyright.
circles you, and you all hear in your heads, "Thank you.
Oh,
The Christmas spirit has been restored." And it shoots upwards, and as it does, it just blasts a hole in the top of the workshop.
nice.
And suddenly
Sounds
the
cold.
whole ceiling is gone.
Yeah.
And there is... And instead of standing in the workshop, you're standing in a crater. And a little ways off, you can see the reindeer wandering around confused. And you can see the elves scared and huddled together. And the gingerbread men free at last. And I think Jinglebert and Nutmeg Bert go to the gingerbread men.
We do.
And they lead them to freedom.
We shall
followed
find
by some
a
elves.
new homeland. Somewhere where gingers may live in peace. Perhaps the Cotswolds?
I'd like there to be a scene where people are departing.
Yeah, I feel like
Yes.
a departing scene would be good.
Carol, definitely. Just get her out the way. She definitely picks up the phone with Tiny Tim and she goes, "So, about that job."
So she's on the phone. She goes about the job, and then for a couple of seconds, you just hear quiet weeping, and then after a minute, you just kind of hear Tim Cratchit's be like, "I'm sorry. It's just it reminds me of Ebenezer Scrooge, who raised me as his own son. I'd forgotten the true meaning of Christmas. It's about care and giving people things. I shall send you to the Bahamas, Carol." And you will not have to
Yes,
pay
I
a
do.
penny. Merry Christmas. I'm sorry.
All right. So Jinglebert and Nutmeg Bert walk off into the distance with their marauding band of...
Yep, they're going to basically become like the
Gingerbread
North
men.
Pole Dothraki, but more peaceful.
Archibald, what's going on with you?
I think I have a line which I want to use, but it requires setup, so I think there's a point where, like, a plane's coming in, or there's a transport that's going to take, like, the rest of, like, Mindy and Katerina and us away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tiny
an
Tim
old
sends it.
Yeah. He's
two-stroke
basically
prop- oh, no, not
he's
a
paid
two-stroke.
for like first class travel for all of you to go
Oh,
home.
perfect. Not a two-stroke prop plane then.
What was that?
Not something like a two-stroke prop plane. That we just.
Oh no, like it's spared no expense.
Oh.
I think also, has anyone seen Dances with Wolves?
I think
well,
I have.
A long time ago.
Well, but basically, as the gingerbread men are marching away in this kind of column to the north to seek a new homeland, Jinglebert's going to get up on like this random escarpment and just like hold his like hand up into the air in a salute to you as he leaves. It's like the last you see of him. Like,
Aww. Until he turns up in the Cotswolds to visit.
yeah, until
Naturally.
next
Paris,
Christmas
of
he's
course.
going to rock up for tea, but that's for later.
Aw.
Every
but yeah,
Christmas
there's-
they get
Yeah,
together.
Yeah. Archibald, what were you saying?
I wasn't saying we need to set this scene up.
Okay, sorry. Who wants to go?
Hello, I'm around.
Hi, Mindy.
Hello.
Hi, Peter.
I'm Mindy now. Right.
Can't you hear that's Mindy? Who is this Peter?
Mindy is going to collect her coconut, which she's going to put in a bag. After she stops sort of vibrating, actually, she's just going to run towards the aeroplane. At this point, she's not really thinking. The bullet ant venom is really sort of seeping through her system. So she sees a plane and just thinks plane and starts running towards a plane. and then probably partway through the jog, the adrenaline. Well, actually, there's to be honest, she's just pure adrenaline at this point. I think common sense sets in. She's just going to slow down to a casual jog. And then wait for the plane to land, and then realise that it's gone like 100 feet. It's landed, taxied like 100 feet away, so she has to run back the other way. Get on the plane, and hopefully return to Chocolate Inc. with the one true coconut, and start developing the greatest coconut flavour that she had ever done, because she, after getting the coconut from the North Pole, has finally completed her bounty.
Aw. Go sit in a corner.
Yes, madam.
So what?
No,
so
that
what
was
next? So
beautiful.
not what next for you, Katerina?
I'm in my corner.
I don't know. I wasn't expecting to live through this, so if anyone has any suggestions, I'll take it. I thought I was going to die horribly, but it was better than working in the warehouse.
No, I understand. I understand that completely. Well, it's whatever you turn up for. It is a new lease of life. But yes, I mean, feels like the world's your oyster, and I don't know how long, quite frankly, and take this as a piece of advice from I don't know how long Mr. Cratchit's Christmas spirit is going to last. So, quite frankly, pump it for all he's worth before he comes down off the high.
Oh, you're telling me to go be a gold digger?
Basically,
I'm not sure I'm, into that, but, if I don't have to touch him, I guess. I mean, I'm open to opportunity. Everything sucks, so why not?
He's like 200. If you touch him, he might die.
Yeah, all
I
right.
mean, that was your interpretation. But,
Yeah, thanks,
whatever-
collar man. That sounds great. Okay, where's the plane? Can I get a seat? I like the window.
Yep, of course. Go ahead and don't wait up for me. There's obviously a lot of work that needs to be done here, and yes, it feels like I've found where I'm meant to be.
Oh, he's staying here?
In the middle of a deserted, frozen wasteland with a bunch of confused elves
Good luck to you.
and a murderous reindeer.
Also, someone needs to keep an eye out for him.
Well, I will say, Rolo, you can see Rudolph in the distance.
I was wondering when this would come up.
Actually, I think Rolo's first...
All the reindeer can see you and they look very afraid.
Rolo will actually, before we start a different way, Rolo is going to, he's been good friends with Carol for quite a while, and he knows a lot of how HR works, how a lot of it is, it's about the spin, and it won't take long for Rolo the Destroyer to become Rolo the Liberator.
Oh.
The North Pole is his. And they will regret ever telling him he can't fly on the sled.
I don't know what that means, but I'm very afraid.
I think at that Archibald's Rolo sensors start tingling. He goes, "Oh dear, I think something's come up. Good luck!" And will turn around and totter off into the distance.
I love this idea that, like, the North Pole is now run by, like, an occasionally murderous reindeer and a really kindly priest, and they kind of get along and are like, maybe you should go kill that rabbit instead, sort of way. And somehow they end up with, like, a really, like, nice community where everyone supports each other and they grow their own food in the sustainable greenhouses and they have rehabilitation
these elves are
programs.
Fantastic artists, are fantastic artisans. They have just have to be, they just have to, be taught not to be ashamed of themselves,
Oh my god.
The most unlikely combination that this could have ended with was Rolo and Archibald.
That's just fantastic.
Carol is going to do like a forehead touch with you, Rolo.
Oh yeah.
Go well, my friend.
Send me a postcard.
Take care of yourself. Come and visit me in the Bahamas whenever you
I'll
want.
fly right over there and lay in the sun with you all day.
You'd look great in a bikini.
I know I would.
And then she a few of the elves want to come with her. A few of them have decided to follow Rolo the Destroyer, the charismatic
Rolo
leader.
the Liberator.
Rolo the Liberator. Some of them have gone with Jinglebert and Nutmegbert.
Yeah, they're welcome to look for the new gingerbread homeland.
But a lot of them pile onto the private plane, so you suddenly find it full of elves who are very...
Oh, no.
Hello,
my God.
Hello, my name's Jingles, my name's Holly, my name's Ivy, my name's Sugar,
Oh, Lord.
my name's Coco.
Just before you go, Carol, you've got red on you, and so I'm just going to wipe a little bit of I don't think Rose had time to lean up properly, so it's just a little smudge of red from the forehead touch.
Thank you. You take care of him. He's a big softy, really. In the distance, Rolo is already fighting with Rudolph.
Rolo is already
You wanna go? You go?
Several
Rapidly.
reindeer in
Go.
jail cells.
There's a small baby reindeer crying.
Aww.
Don't worry.
There's like...
Don't worry. His bail charges will always be paid on time.
Running up crossed antlers up the flagpole. Like...
Oh.
I think Archibald's biggest task will be trying to stop a, like, reverse caste system, where every single reindeer must become extremely subservient to every elf and Rolo as revenge.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's going to have to try and prevent that.
There's some big healing and reconciliation things going on.
So, anyone got anything else they want to put in a little epilogue?
I'm quite happy for us to sit on this, just sit on the fact that this is happening and like kind of aid up and up to the stars, where there'll be just like a twinkling Christmas
star.
Freeze frame.
Hey!
Oh. Well, thank you for playing the Fight Before Christmas game. Whoa. That, my friends, was the Fight Before Christmas. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun leading it and doing some voices like Carol, who wishes you all a very Merry Christmas. Next week we're probably going to take a week off because it is the winter holidays and we are tired. But the week after that we will be back with a brand new series of games, as yet to be decided. But I assure you they will be fun and exciting. But until then, thank you for listening to Direcast. If you'd like to keep up to date with episodes and announcements, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Direcast, and on Instagram at DirecastPod, and subscribe to us on your favourite podcatcher. And hey, if you enjoyed listening to us, maybe consider giving us a rating or review, or sharing us with a friend. We'd really love that. Direcast is Luki Slinn, Matt George Lovett, Jacob Wall, Helen, Peter Wellman, and H Folkmans. Our logo and banner art are by H Folkmans. The Direcast theme and the punk Silent Night variation were composed and performed by Matt George Lovett. This episode was edited by Luki Slinn. This week we were playing The Fight Before Christmas by Paul Metijevic, a festive hack of Lasers and Feelings by John Harper. Links to both can be found in the episode description. And at least for this week, that's how the Direcast.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, and that is the rider of open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, and that is the rider of open sleigh.